Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Dan here from Lucky Credit. I'm here with our client Jared. Jared has an excellent ECOM FBA business. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Jared, tell us a little bit about your industry, where you're at before you started working with us, and what's going on in the business right now.
So basically, I have a online e-commerce reselling business selling name brand products, mostly on Amazon, also sell a little bit on other marketplaces like Walmart, eBay. Been doing it for 4 years now, and it's always the name of the game is how much capital can you get to spend on inventory, because obviously it takes money to make money in this industry. And it's started working with Lucky Credit about 8 months ago or so. And the catalyst was it was right in the thick of the most important time of the year. It was October. You're buying inventory for Q4 for everyone buying stuff for Christmas and stuff. It's like the World Series for it. And I got hit. I put most of my inventory, I was using Amex with their credit cards, and all of a sudden got hit with a financial review from them, and they totally shut down all my spending. I was maxed out on everything, just spoiled the plans that I had for that Q4. And so we had to stop the operation right there for a little while in terms of buying new inventory. So I hit up Lucky Credit and they helped me.
We hooked you up, man.
Hooked me up.
How long after that? I think it was a month or so. We were able to get you our first approval, which was like $100,000 card, right?
So right away, it was pretty quick. Got me $100,000, 0% APR from Chase. It was one of the ink cards, so got some cash back with that card as well. Sign up bonuses, all that good stuff. 100K, and that was my highest credit card to date. My other best credit card was like 80K on an Amex card, and that they slashed it, so it was worthless to me. So
No, how obviously you just told us the exact challenge that you were facing that caused you to work with us. But what was the main thing that led you to work with us? Was it just us saying that we could fix your problem and it was that simple? Was there anything else that had you interested in working with us?
well, I know there's other services that are similar to working with you guys. Obviously, just talking with you on a call made me feel better about it, and really that you guys were willing to work with exactly my business and what I wanted and what I needed. It wasn't just throw me into a already preset system or process and go with it, because I just wanted to be sure that you guys would listen and understand my business, because not every business is alike, right? And
Right.
just knowing that you guys could see my long-term vision and help me with my credit and help it align exactly towards what that was.
No, definitely well put. If you want the best results for your situation, it has to be custom. Just
It's not
going
a one size fits
through,
all.
especially where your business is developed, you already have lines of credit, the situation's complex. The same sequence isn't going to work for everyone, right?
Yeah.
You really need it custom. So definitely appreciate you appreciating that. And that kind of brings me to another question regarding working with us. Most people, they hesitate because we have an upfront fee. I know that in your situation, right? Hey, we got to fix this problem. Obviously, we might have to pay a fee. But what would you say to someone that's just like hesitant about it and if it's worth the investment?
I guess you just really think about what are the potential upsides for it, I guess. And ultimately, I thought about my business long term, and I have to pay a fee up front. And so I'm going to spend a little money right away. But at some point, if I want to grow this business, I have to have a lot of capital. And ultimately, I didn't really know that world, the world of funding, capital, banks. So at some point, I have to get help with it, learn it, all that stuff. And this is really just understanding the
You
potential.
feel like you learned it? You feel like you're learning about
Yeah,
credit?
I feel like I still have a lot to learn, but I've learned so much for you. So I did see it as education as well, because now I know so much more about that. And before I started working with you guys, I did dig myself into a little bit of a hole with banking relationships, credits, just because I don't know what the right and wrong thing is to do.
Yeah, if you don't even know your game that's happening, it's very difficult to play it, right? A lot of people think it's very simple. You get the card, you pay it. It's not always like that. There's a whole lot more that goes in. But
So having that knowledge just long term is gonna help me so much with this business, and also just like in life. Credit's
I mean,
huge.
that's the goal. We want you to feel like you got the ROI in the first couple months, right? But
Mhm.
then you think about it, it paid off really well for 6 months, 3 months. Now imagine years
Yep.
compounding, right?
There's
It's only going to get better. So just on to the results section. How
Mhm.
much 0% interest funding did we actually get you? I know we just we just got
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
right
we
now, but you
just
tell
over
me
100K. Just over
200K.
like 104,000
204.
so
That's
far.
pretty good at
And
0%. And a lot of
0%.
that we can get on repeat
Yeah.
every single year. So that's like the minimum that you're going to have every year. How does it feel? In the beginning, you might probably be a little skeptical. How do you get 100,000 at 0%? All this
Yeah.
stuff. How skeptical were you in the beginning? And how skeptical are you now?
Well, I'm definitely not skeptical now. I have the money, it's mine. So beginning, I was a little skeptical, but I was also kind of like, you guys are promising me this, you're putting your reputation on the line. So your incentive is to make sure you follow through. So
Right.
incentives are aligned. I think we're gonna make this happen. So
Right, right. You got to call big shots, but you also got to hit them. So
yep.
in situations like yours, where we see all the variables, successful business, high spend, all this, we know we can almost guarantee it, right? This isn't any guarantees. Anyone listening, like, not making any promises or guarantees, but we appreciate your confidence working with us and allowing us to help you. So what would you say, just overall, how was it working with us? How quick was our service? Just give the people an idea of the
Yeah,
service with us.
it was great. It's a first month and a half or so, actual saw tangible results, getting that first 100K and 0% funding, and then more following that. That was quick. Also,
We didn't disappear after the first
no,
100.
did
You know,
not.
didn't go anywhere.
Also getting the knowledge and the education throughout, just learning a bunch from it. It helps having someone that I can consult and ask about things every day whenever I feel like it. Sometimes I would like, think of something as I'm trying to get to sleep, like question at midnight, and then I'll just send it to you over just thinking you'll get to it tomorrow, but then you'll respond right away. It's the fastest response time I've ever seen from.
We're addicted to our phones here. I
You
mean,
are.
it's pretty rough. It's more of a problem
I can
than a
tell.
feature, but
Yeah.
it's worked itself into being a feature for our
Exactly. Yeah.
clients. So it works out pretty well. All right, man. What would you say any specific opportunities were that you were able to take advantage with this funding that weren't possible before? I know you spent a lot of money, but how is it with the 0% with the system that we installed? How is it now?
Obviously the basically just buying more inventory, able to do that. We don't have to say no to good products because for a lack of money. We've grown our team a little bit. We've hired another 2 virtual assistants that have been a huge addition to our team. And then we have a really good supplier that we started working with in February or March, right after we got this funding, that has really started to work into a really good relationship that we spend a lot with them. That's why it's a good relationship. I don't think we would have had that
Funny how things work like that.
I know, right? Yeah. So,
No, the advantage of having leverage, if you do good business, you just make more. Like end of
Yep.
the day, and everyone watching, you have to have a good business. You got to be like Jared. You got to be a good businessman to really take
Yep.
advantage of it. It's not like a magic bullet, but if you have a winning formula, absolutely. What would you say to business owners that are concerned about the complexities of this process, right? Because like we say this is done with you. This isn't fully done for you. We do a lot of the hard stuff for you, but what would you say about how hard it is to actually complete these steps and get funding?
It definitely takes a little work on my end, but I'd say anything worthwhile. If you're trying to grow, you're gonna face some things that are complex, that are a little above your head at the time. And really, it's just facing those challenges head on with someone else who has been through it before. So facing those things with someone that has experience and that I can ask questions to is huge.
No, 100%. There's never really a part where you're like, I'm stuck. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do, right? We don't want to ever leave someone like that. So that's having the experience there, us actually doing this stuff. It's not like a white label team or anything like that. It's
Yeah,
actually
right.
like we can solve it for you. So where would you think your business would be if you didn't start working with us and take that stuff? Where would we be
Yeah.
right now?
Be pretty I was gonna say it'd be pretty steady where it was without much growth, but honestly, it might be worse just because I got hit with that Amex financial review at the time, and I had started digging myself into a credit hole. So it
You
could
showed
have
up at the right time. We'll put
been,
it that
yeah,
way. You showed up at the perfect time, honestly,
uh-huh,
because with some of the way we were doing the applications, that were time sensitive on
mhm,
certain things. So we definitely showed up at the right time. A lot of people, they're like, they show up when they have the problem, and then they come back later and it's way worse, and we're like, oh
yeah.
my god. So
You
no,
gotta be,
you 100% do.
mm,
So final question for anyone hesitating to book a call with us, what would you say?
mm. Just go ahead and book the call, see what happens. It's no, it's not like the call costs money. So just
Yeah.
have the conversation, explain your business to you, and see if it's a good fit. See if you are in a position where they can help you. And there's almost no downside to booking a call, but there's massive upside. So,
That's it. You can't lose. It's not gambling if you're gonna win.
right.
Awesome. Cool, man. Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm really happy that I did book that call initially and made the decision to work with you guys, and it's already paid off. I know it's going to pay off exponentially over the next couple of years.
Awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure working with you. It's going to be a pleasure to continue working with you, and we're excited to help you keep growing. Thank you, Jared.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.